met through a mutual friend and we just went from there. We went our separate ways in 2020. We didn't break up, we just went back home.
Yeah.
I'm from the Bahamas, so I went back to the Bahamas and he went back to Charlotte, North Carolina. We wanted to continue and just figure out how our lives can meet, come together basically, like intertwine. So we just decided to move. We picked Florida because it was closer to home for me. We decided to move in together. We grew up in church, so it was a lot of resistance from our family saying, no, you shouldn't do that. Oh, you're gonna have a baby. We became pregnant in November 2020 with our first child.
Tell me when we moved in though. What month did we move in?
We moved in November 2020.
Yeah.
We
So
moved in
it didn't-
November
It didn't
2020.
take long.
It came down to basically me leaving or staying because of my visa situation.
When she got pregnant and her visa was running up, that was it. So it was all dependent on me. And then from that point on, it's like, okay, this is really getting real. I cannot do this. I really can't. It's not enough drugs in the world. It's not enough alcohol in the world. It's not enough distraction in the world to get rid of my problems.
It started to be conflict a lot between us both because it was just like resistant. We weren't gelling. So it was just like I was after Christ. I was seeking answers of like, God, like I need you. And he wasn't.
I broke down one day, I said, man, Lord, I don't know what I'm doing, but I want to surrender to you. I didn't want her to go back to the Bahamas and I'm away from my child.
I discovered First Coast on Google when I Google search clinics and stuff to go to.
I was just being supportive as I can, going in there with her. I don't even know what they was gonna do. She get pulled to the back. Next thing I know, it's it's a man coming out to me named Mark. It's caught me off guard. He said, hey, I'm Mark. I said, okay. I said, I'm Isaiah. Mark being there was a great thing. I just didn't have a real relationship with Christ yet. So it still was I still wasn't doing it right, but I was trying. So I needed a man of God to talk to me so I could become a man of God myself. He poured in a lot to me. Yeah, I didn't understand all of it at first, but he was still checking up with me. He was sending me scripture verses. He was just calling me, just seeing how I'm doing and stuff like that.
Found out pretty quick that he and Keitra had been together all through college, not married, living together, and here she is in a pregnancy that they weren't expecting, and he just really had no idea, of what it took to be a father and a husband, and so we just basically started a conversation around that.
We continue to come every month. We did the Earn While You Learn program. They basically went above our expectations when we came in, not just providing the resources that we need, but also offering us counseling, as in what to do when the child is born, what to take to the hospital, what to expect during pregnancy, each month, each trimester. They basically taught us how to be a married couple, basically premarital counseling, if you would say. So they taught us about the love and respect cycle, and also how does that play a part when you do have a child. I think they planted the seed and in helping us rededicate our lives to God. Now that he can actually lead the household the way that it's supposed to lead, and I can submit to him and depend on him and rely on him because I know that he's submitting to God, and I know that he has people, he's surrounded by people who has a relationship with God. We weren't prepared for a second child, I would say that, but he might have wanted another child, but I was not prepared to have another child. We went through the same process. We know the services that they offered. We've learned a lot about ourselves, about each other, about our children, about just our relationship with God, growing in our marriage.
Being at First Coast, God's telling us that he got us because this place was just filled with the Spirit of God in it. So we had to go through what we went through to find this place, to be better individuals, be a better man and woman of God, so we can help other people out as well, just like they helped us.
God's timing is everything. He knew what we needed. He knew that us coming here would be beneficial towards us, even if it wasn't right away. He knew that them pouring into us would leave a lasting impact on us, and that's exactly what happened.